Just to the left of me here on Floyd Bradford Road, there's a detour, but over here to the right of me, you can see that road crews are out here trying to fix the road as it speaks. Now, if you look at the top of it, it looks safe and okay, but I'm told the problem is right here in the banks. A lot of the dirt has been flooded and washed away. There's some finger pointing going on right now, comparing Tuesday's and today's testimonies. Patrick Stallworth is saying that Derek Brown is responsible, while Brown is saying Stallworth is responsible. That's what we're being told. Family and investigators are saying it is highly unlike Hayden Mayberry to go more than 2 days without contacting his 1-year-old son. So we've talked to a couple of residents who say officers got out here around 12 this afternoon. So that means that these officers have been out here for about 6 hours in a standoff with a man who they say has felony warrants with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to step back and let you just get a good look at the scene here. A lot of donations are coming in here at Providence Baptist Church, and it just really shows how close this Lee County community and other helpers in Alabama are in coming together in the midst of tragedy. It has been a day of search, support, and heartache.
We've got family members that are missing.
For the people of Lee County, Alabama.
Just thinking of my poor students, it is what scares me the most, wondering if they're all okay.
The Talico K-9 unit from Tallapoosa, Alabama, brought their team in to help search for survivors and people possibly trapped under tons of debris.
Our mission is to find the people that's still missing, hopefully alive, but either way to bring closure to the families. And we brought 4 dogs we were here last night helping them, and we're back here today to try to help them. Her dog, Spanky Possum, and others ready to help any way they can.
That's all we're trying to do.
At the Providence Baptist Church in Opelika, Alabama, it's all hands on deck and a crush of community support.
I feel like if you are able and everything's okay, you need to be out and helping, because there are people who have lost everything.
With fatalities in the double digits and cold weather making recovery difficult, community members are lifting each other up, staying as strong as they can, knowing there are many long days ahead.
All of my sweet angels out there, I love you very much, and I'm praying for each and every one of you, and I hope that you're okay.
This donation center will also be operating as a shelter tonight, and many are expected to come and stay here after a long day of sifting through the rubble. The Bradford family and their attorneys are saying they still want to see the video from the Galleria the night of E.J. Bradford's death. They also say they want the name of the Hoover police officer released. You can see behind me there's at least 2 feet of water along the roadway, and it's trapping a couple of residents in. So we have several residents who have taken their own measures to figure out a way across. Protesters started out in front of Macy's and then made their way through the mall, calling out no justice, no shopping. They say they want Hoover police held accountable in the shooting death of 21-year-old Amantic Bradford Jr.
Justice! Justice! Say his name! EJ! EJ!
Protesters say Bradford was profiled and is the victim of racism.
Well, they killed him for no reason at all.
Here at the Galleria, an innocent black man was murdered in plain view. And we're realizing and we're trying to get the word out that there's a difference in race.
His mother's only child. They didn't have to take him like that.
Bradford was shot by police in front of Foot Action Thanksgiving Day. Police initially identified him as a suspect in the shooting that injured an 18-year-old and 12-year-old. They've since released Bradford did not shoot the 2 victims.
Oh, he was a great guy. He was very respectable. He was just a great guy.
We want accountability first, so an apology along with the resignation would be great from the mayor, the chief of police, as well as Captain Richter, because he's the one who sent out the message.
Protesters are also upset at the Galleria's decision to reopen after Bradford was killed inside.
It was a lifeless body in this mall, and it was totally ignored because 6 hours later, the mall was back open for business. Every business in there was open, like nothing happened.
No justice, no shopping.
The Justice League is calling for a boycott of the Galleria and in Hoover until changes are made. There is plenty of rain here in Eufaula, and these roads are absolutely saturated. Then they're going to travel down this rope and drop into the water while their teammates zip line, and then they're going to race to the finish. Now, after nearly 60 hours of competing and more than 50 miles on foot, these guys have overcome some severe obstacles to be named the coveted title of Best Ranger. You can actually see that billboard construction right here behind me, and you can see it's right here at the opening at the Donahue Ridge subdivision, where residents here are telling me it's creating an eyesore. Now, the shrine is not the only way American Village is keeping service members' stories alive. The Register of Honor allows those stories to be told for generations to come. It looked like Santa's helpers were at work this afternoon, bringing warmth to 71-year-old Joanne Stone's home. The community came together, and in the spirit of giving, repairs that usually cost a few $1,000s were free. Joanne Stone has been enduring the bouts of winter weather with only a few space heaters. Her neighbors say they know the temperatures are dropping and realize the 71-year-old needed help.
I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have good neighbors who are good friends also.
I just knew it was the right thing to do, and that, you know, I couldn't stand the thought of her sitting over here cold when the rest of us had heat.
Cater says she reached out to Brown Heating and Cooling, simply looking for an estimate.
It was really a no-brainer. I knew I wanted to help her.
The unit needed extensive repairs, and the company responded they would fix it for free.
I just cried when they told me they were going to do this. I couldn't imagine, because I don't have any extra money for a big thing, you know. Heating and air is not cheap.
The workers came out in Santa hats, turning on the heat.
Well, it really makes you feel good. I mean, 'tis the season, it's that time of year, you know, it's just what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help your neighbors, especially in the community of Hueytown. It just really makes us feel good to help someone out.
Warming Stone's home and the community's hearts.
Everyone's family here. We're all very close, and we take care of our own.
Oh, this is a miracle, you know. I thank God several times.
Stone says that Jamie White is her Santa Claus this year, and she can't wait to set the temperature to 75. Auburn Police Investigator Detective Josh Mixon saying they found male DNA inside Anaya Blanchard's car. Now, if you take a look at this video here, if you look here behind me, you can see what remains of this charred home here on Dartmouth Avenue in Bessemer. We're told the two bodies were found inside once the fire department extinguished the flames. As you walk around this historical building, you can see that time has taken its toll with the broken windows and graffiti. But with the funds secured and a contractor in place, Claflin School is about to get a facelift. And in the 1950s, the Shores family made this house their home. By the 1960s, the civil rights movement came blasting through their front door. We know, basically after talking to Mountain Brook Police, that there is a barricaded subject inside one of these homes. Without further ado, let's get this camera around. Now, I'm standing back on this side. I'm just showing the outside area here, again, where you can see that heavy presence. We have been asked to not, and that child is still missing. So again, we're out here live at the Tom Brown Village, and a prayer circle just started up around where the child is believed to have been picked up. So I'm going to walk over here and let you take a look. You can still see that police are out here on the scene, and we're going to be very quiet as to not disrupt this prayer.